So 1 month ago, we started making vinegars. This is part 2. All right, it has been exactly 1 week since we started the vinegars. Let's take a peek. So this is the blackberry vinegar. See how there's bubbles? That means it's still fermenting. It's not ready to bottle up yet. Now, see how the grape has this? This is mildew. I'm just gonna take this off. I'm actually glad this did this so you guys can see. I'm just gonna take this off and get rid of it, and then I'll stir the grapes. There we go, that's better. So now I'll just kind of gently stir them around. And they're a little bubbly still. Oops, some fell out. They're still not quite ready yet. Now, any mold that I didn't get that happened to still be in there, the vinegar eventually will kill, so it's not that big a deal. So they only didn't get stored for 2 days, and the grapes developed that little bit of mold on top. So it's really important to stir them if you want to prevent any mildew from forming. See a little bit of bubbles around the apple. They look like we're gonna stir them up too. Stir the plums up. They're still fizzing as well. Gonna cover these guys up and let them set till tomorrow. Okay, this is week 2 and there's still a lot of bubbles happening. This is week 3. We've got plum, apple, grape, and blackberry. Almost ready. There's a tiny bit of bubbling still. So I'm going to wait, but they're having that vinegary sharp smell. So that's really cool. Okay, so it's been a month since I made the vinegars. And honestly, I could have strained these guys out last week. I just got busy. It won't hurt a thing. So today we're gonna go ahead and strain them out and rebottle them into fresh, clean jars. So this one is the plum. Let me show you the top of it. It's not very attractive, I know. But you can see there's no more bubbles in it. And it actually smells really good. It smells tangy, fruity, vinegary. If you've ever had carbonated fruit juice, that's what it smells like. It's actually really nice. So this is what my straining setup looks like. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. I don't think so, and I don't have a helper here today. So I'm just gonna pour it in and let it strain on down. Then I'm gonna mash the pulp and try to get all of the liquid out of it. See how the stream has slowed down? If I just take and tilt it, it speeds it up. So that's just a tip if you try this. Just tilt your strainer to make it go a little faster. Okay, then the pulp's just gonna go into the compost bucket. All right, that one is completely strained, and I'm just gonna put the coffee filter back on top of it, and then we're gonna let it sit for a bit longer. Next, we have the blackberry, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a slight bit of, it looks like a pinkish gray coating. It's a mold. So I'm gonna scrape that off before I strain it. See, it comes right off. Since I've disturbed it, it's easier to see, but I'm just gonna scoop it off before I strain out. It's not gonna hurt anything, and it's not all the way through the bottle. It's just on the very top. So again, we're just gonna strain this one out just like we did the last one. So pretty. Okay, the blackberry smells like wine. It does not smell like vinegar yet. Yeah, it's gonna need to ferment probably a little longer than the plum because the plum's already got that little bit of a sharp, tangy smell. That smells like wine. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. So the apple was in this larger container, so we've got a little bit more vinegar from it. This one smells vinegary. It smells nice. Very mild. As it ferments, it will get stronger, and so every week I will be smelling them and then tasting them to see where it's at, and I'll decide to cap it when it gets to the strength that I like. So however long you let it sit is really personal preference. My guess is these are going to be sitting for another 2-3 weeks at least, maybe the blackberry a little longer. We still have the grapes to do, so I'm gonna do that one next. Now, the grapes look really gross. They look like there could be mold all the way through the jar. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and strain it off and let it keep fermenting and see what happens. Okay, there's the grape strained. Let's give it the whiff test. This has a very faint vinegary smell, very faint. And not good. It's not fresh and nice like the other ones. I have a feeling it's gonna get checked, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it keep fermenting. Maybe the microorganisms will do their job and clean it up for me. Maybe they won't. And again, for this next fermentation, we need to have the breathable lids on them. It can be cloth with a rubber band, paper towel. I just use coffee filters. It can't be airtight because that'll stop the process. So there are our little vinegars sitting out to do their last ferment. I'll link the first video showing how to start making these vinegars down below in the description box. Check that out if you want to. I highly suggest trying this for yourself. It's super easy. The bacteria just do all the work for you, and you end up with a nice variety of vinegars that you can use in your cooking and stuff, or with your cleaning, that you cannot find in the stores. You cannot find those tastes and smells elsewhere that you can do at home with all the different varieties of fruits and stuff. I have pears that I'm getting ready to can, and all the scraps, the cores and the peels from those are gonna be made into vinegar. So I'll have a pear vinegar, which I'm looking forward to. Then I keep these in a nice warm part of the house, and I just cover them up. So they're nice and dark. Well, that's all I've got for today. So until next time, see ya.